Hello there. My name is Matthew Chavira. I'm based in Southern California, in Irvine, and I'm here to give a presentation for brand transformation with data and technology. Thank you for having me. And so to begin, I will start with my connection to the world's most famous humanoid robotics company, Hanson Robotics, the manufacturers of the world famous Sophia the robot. And to start, it's really important to set the stage as to why we do what we do at Hanson Robotics, the philosophy behind the creation of humanoid robots. And we can go into how this relates to brands also. I'll be going over our efforts at Hanson Robotics. Essentially, what Hanson Robotics is aimed at doing is creating a standardized utility platform for generalizing robotics, making robots that can do all kinds of things. And in the process, generalizing artificial intelligence. So we're innovators in the field of artificial general intelligence. And that means making AI that can be more adaptive, more understanding, and more capable. Embodiment, for example, with robotic embodiment, being able to interact with the visible world can make a huge difference in the future of AI. A lot of leading researchers agree on this point now. And so having a physical robot makes a difference in the future of artificial intelligence itself. It also allows AI to speak to people on human terms, to speak to the human heart, and to have the capability of expressing emotional awareness, social intelligence, and not just being a thing of utility, but speaking to the need, the deep-seated human need for social engagement, for emotional intelligence. Historically, this has been something that has been done with the technologies applied to the world of arts and entertainment. Hanson Robotics CEO, David Hanson's background actually is not just in engineering. He has a PhD in developing robots, and he also has a background in the world of the arts. He studied cinema, and he has a degree in film animation video. So all of these things are knowledge of the world, of the arts. And Hanson Robotics is focused on applying it with artificial intelligence to make robots even more useful in non-entertainment tasks like healthcare, providing therapy, and doing specific things like autism therapy and elder care support. It has been part of our company mission to help others learn about artificial intelligence and to invent the next generation of technologies using platforms like Sophia. And then also to help in things like retail. And so there are a number of examples of us doing this. We brought Sophia into hospitality, serving in hotels. We did some really interesting research with the Chinese University of Hong Kong in conjunction with the Amira Hotel in Hong Kong, where Sophia was greeting visitors. She was doing customer surveys. And after they had dining experiences at the restaurant, she would take surveys of them at the Mayer Hotel. We have done dozens at this point, hundreds of research studies in conjunction with Hanson Robotics robots and labs all around the world. We have a lot of wonderful robots that are out there, labs all around the world, like Cambridge University, the University of California at San Diego, and the University of Geneva, and many others. We've been invited to bring our robots to events like the United Nations General Assembly. Sophia was asked to speak at NATO, as was David Hanson, and to meet with the world leaders there. There were a number of famous photos that we have, such as famously a photo of George W. Bush shaking hands with walking Albert Hubo and Albert Einstein. Sophia has met with Angela Merkel and other world leaders. And just this last summer, we were showcasing some of our latest AI and robotics advancements at the United Nations in Geneva at the AI for Good Summit, where Sophia met the Director General of the Assembly and various other world leaders. So in some ways, robots are not just a research platform, but also an emissary for what robots and AI could be in the future, inspiring hope, inspiring our imagination, and inviting us to consider the possibilities, both positive and the worrisome, helping people to work through the challenges now before the future arrives, fully formed with living, intelligent machines. And so how this connects to brands. In an era where technology is advancing at an unprecedented pace, Sophia represents not only cutting-edge innovation, but also the fusion of human-like intelligence and AI technology. Her presence in the marketing campaigns of the past have afforded brands a unique opportunity to symbolize their positioning towards their commitment towards the future, innovation, and forward-thinking values. So in many ways, by aligning with Sophia, brands have not only tap into their immense curiosity and adaptability, traits that are emblematic of the ever-evolving tech landscape, but also convey a message of trustworthiness and a pioneering spirit. Sophia's ability to engage with the audience on complex topics with a little bit of charm and humor, it makes her a really compelling and relatable figure and opens up new avenues for brands to connect with their very tech-savvy clients. By incorporating Sophia into their campaigns, brands signal their readiness to embrace the future and stand out in a very crowded market, and all the while fostering and captivating a futuristic brand identity. So that's a little bit of what we're doing and some of the backdrop of why brands are especially interested in working with Hanson Robotics. Sophia has been very fortunate in that she has been able to participate in branding campaigns from some of the world's most recognizable companies. And to highlight some of those, I will share with you now a few of the examples of brand campaigns that we have done in the past. So here you see the major airline Etihad Airways, and they invited Sophia to fly, of course, business class and meet with one of their royals. And through this campaign, they used the airline as a way to inspire travel to Abu Dhabi and to use their airline to do so. And here we have Cristiano Ronaldo, the famous soccer player who engaged with Sophia to talk about some of his latest accomplishments. And that was a really fun event. That was in Lisbon. And this is Lidl, a Romanian grocery store, one of the largest in the country, where Sophia was commissioned on a cooking show to highlight their products and, connect how AI and Sophia can be an engaging avenue, an engaging catalyst for brands to highlight some of their most notable products. Now switching gears a bit to talk about my work in areas of focus outside of Hanson Robotics. Now, through Sophia, I've engaged with and worked with some of the world's largest event producers. Sophia has been the recipient of invitations of the highest caliber that exist. And at this point, I've arranged for appearances of Sophia in nearly 100 countries around the world. And through that network, I've come to know so many companies, business leaders, and people who are changing the standards of industry, of the way we do business, the way we work. But more often than not, Sophia was not alone on the stages in which she appeared. She usually had presentations right alongside some of the world's most famous AI researchers, philosophers, and people who have made significant contributions themselves to the field of artificial intelligence. And so it was from this network that I formed my own company, Profits of AI. And I now represent some of the most notable pioneers in the field of artificial intelligence. And so now many organizations are hyper-focused on generative AI. It's been one of the primary topics my clients have been hiring us for, because generative AI is an absolute game changer for the ways humans will work and live. It has unlimited potential and is already significantly changing long-standing ways of doing business across many industries. I'll briefly describe why these systems are so alluring to companies and why organizations are spending a lot of money to gain even incremental competitive advantages. Generative AI, particularly in the context of models like generative adversarial networks or GANs, work like this. There's a generator And this is the creative side of AI. The generator's job is to produce something new, such as an image or a text or music based on patterns it's learned from a data set. And it starts with random noise and it gradually refines it to create content that resembles data it was trained on. For example, if it was trained on images of faces, it generates new faces by adjusting the noise until it resembles a face. And it keeps on improving its creations over time. We have the generator on this side, and then we have the discriminator on the other. And the discriminator's job is the critic, the judge. The discriminator has seen real examples during training and has learned to distinguish them from the fake ones. Its role is to examine the content created by the generator and decide whether it or not it looks like something real from the data set or if it's fake generated by the generator. It provides this feedback to the generator, essentially saying, this looks real, this looks fake. And it's this constant loop, this back and forth process that continues with the generator getting better at creating content that's increasingly convincing and the discriminator getting better at telling real from fake. And over time, this competition between them results in the generator creating content that can be almost indistinguishable from what it was originally trained on. So practical uses in the marketing industry would be hyper-personalized content creation. So GANs, these networks, enable marketers to create hyper-personalized content at scale by analyzing consumer data. More on that in a bit. GANs can generate tailored product recommendation, marketing materials, and even personalized visuals like images and videos. This level of personalization enhances consumer engagement and it drives conversions. Another example would be visual storytelling. Visual content is a powerful tool in marketing. GANs can be used to create compelling visuals, illustrations, and graphics for advertising campaigns, infographics, and social media posts. This helps in conveying brand messages more effectively and capturing the audience's attention. In truth, because of the transformative nature of AI, you can think of a near limitless amount of ways in which it can be used to further enable business function of marketers. Some useful tools that I should mention and that are worth checking out. The marketing industry is known for generating huge amounts of data. OpenAI recently released an application, Code Interpreter, that can be used to view data sets and generalize analysis and data visualization, which is really important. And if you're a bit technically motivated, you can use CintraBot to have ChatGPT automate a large number of your marketing activities like SEO, blog writing, email newsletters, and automated generative art for key visuals for your branding campaigns. I'll conclude by saying thank you for your time. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I really love meeting all kinds of new people. And if you're interested, the world's largest tech event is Web Summit. It's held annually in Lisbon, Portugal, from November 14th to 16th and gathers around 100,000 people at the event. This year, I will be the master of ceremonies, or the MC, for their AI stage. I will be the person responsible for introducing and welcoming onto the stage some of the world's brightest minds in artificial intelligence. People who will talk about the myriad of ways AI is influencing nearly every human activity. It's going to be great. Thank you for your time.